Well, good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this May the 29th, 2023. I hope everybody's having a great Memorial Day out there so far. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay. In today's video, we're going to talk about the GFS forecast model for the next few days to come. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warnings, and advisories for your location. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And also, we're going to take a look at the Southeast satellite imagery across the Southeastern United States. So if you want to see that, stick around to the end. Also, if you want to see the Storm Prediction Center, stick around as well. Okay. I want to thank everybody last night for the fun we had last night. That was very interesting. We got to have a little live. I had a live chat last night with a few of my members, viewers, and subscribers. I greatly appreciate that last night. Anybody else that wants to join in on the chat, join in on the chat. We'd love to have you. We're gonna start when I do live streams. I'm here. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to interact with all of y'all to try to get to know everyone, so everybody gets a chance to know who I am. I get a chance to know who y'all are. So go ahead and join the chat next time I go live. We love to have you. That's all you gotta do is type a comment in the comment box when the live chat's up. I'll be glad to answer any kind of question you have, or say hey to me or whatever. Love to have you. Also, I finally made my milestone last night, over 400 subscribers. My next goal is 450. So if anybody out there could help me get to 450, you will see me back again in my Facebook uniform, doing a milestone post. And also, I will be live that night as well to interact with everybody who wants to interact with me as well. So I thought I'd just mention that. So if you would love to see me again, Facebook uniform again, and have a good time, make sure you tell as many people as possible to get me up to 450, and you'll get a chance to see me once again in my Facebook uniform, and also join the live stream, and we'd love to have you. But anyway, that's enough with the intro. Let's go ahead and get into your forecast here now. But I do want to thank everybody who supports my channel. Thank y'all very much, and I do greatly appreciate all the love and support from each and every member on my YouTube channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot thank you enough. I cannot believe I made it to 400 subscribers in 4 months. I hope in the next 4 months I'll be sitting at 1,000 subscribers, or maybe less than that. That's what I'm hoping. But anyway, like I said, let's go ahead and dive on into your forecast now. Currently, what the radar should look like across the board. We got some shower activity over here in portions of Virginia and the West Virginia, North Carolina, and offshore the coastal water. Also, we got some down here along the Gulf Coast, also back into Texas, all the way back into the middle portion of the country toward North Dakota. Got more scattered activity over to the west. All right, let's go ahead and move it forward. As you can see, we're pretty much dry here in the southeastern United States. The other day it was showing some rain across the area, but look like your Memorial Day weekend look like it's going to be pretty dry. But I still would not rule out maybe a 20 or 30% chance of a rain shower this afternoon anywhere across the southeastern United States as well. Let's see, 8 a.m. Tuesday morning, that system is located pretty much up here in Virginia and offshore. Got shower and thunderstorm activity there. Also got that feed of moisture still moving from the Gulf of Mexico all the way into portions of the central portion of the United States. Also got some scattered activity out west. Alright, as we head into your 2 p.m. afternoon hours on your Monday, that system kind of drops back down and produces some scattered showers across the across South Carolina, North Carolina, and also into Tennessee and Kentucky in portions of the Gulf, all the way up into southern Canada. Also, that scattered activity to the western portion and northwestern United States region. All right, as we continue to go forward, as you can see at 2 a.m. Wednesday morning, we still have scattered activity across the South Carolina, even Outer Bank, around the Wilmington, North Carolina area, excuse me. Also into Tennessee, back into portions of the Ohio Valley. Still got that rain in the Gulf of Mexico, down here in portions of Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico. Also over here in portions of the northwestern and midwest United States, got that scattered activity there as well, bringing some shower and thunderstorm activity across the board. Alright, as we continue to move to 2 p.m. in the afternoon, we still have some scattered activity. The northern portion of the area look pretty good at 2 p.m. It looks like some shower and thunderstorm activity may start firing off down in the southern portion of the forecast area of South Carolina. Also got scattered activity over here in the Great Lakes region, also in portion of the Midwest, down toward Texas. Also still in the Gulf of Mexico and Atlantic Ocean. Still scattered activity to the west. We'll be watching this little future here, trying to gather some strength that may bring some precipitation to the southeastern United States coming up toward Friday into Monday of next week. As you can see, this is at 8 p.m. Wednesday evening. There's that little system here bringing shower and thunderstorm activity to Florida, down toward Cuba, the Bahamas, offshore. Also up in toward the Tennessee River Valley, also up into the upper Midwest, also in the northwestern United States as well. As we continue to go forward, we at 2 p.m. Thursday. Got some scattered activity over South Carolina, but most of the activity is down here in southern Florida, back into the Atlantic, over here in southern Canada. Over here in southwestern Canada, the model's trying to pick up a little bit of rain and snow mixture maybe for you guys as well. Also some scattered activity back in Rockies over there in the Midwest and northwestern United States. Alright, as we continue to roll forward, we're going to stop this at 8 a.m. Friday. There's that little low pressure system down here in the around the southern Florida area, the Bahama region, also toward Cuba. Kind of getting his act together. Got some more scattered activity along the United States-Canadian border. Some shower activity over here, portions of Kansas back into Texas. Also some scattered activity over here in portions of Illinois. As we continue to go forward in time, there goes that little system there. This is at 2 a.m. June the 3rd. This is Saturday. The GFS shows that system kind of a little bit further offshore. I think the European got a little bit closer to the coast. I'm expecting this system to shift a little bit back further to the west as we continue to go further in time. So just want to let everybody know about that. Scattered activity still from Texas back to the southern Canadian border, also into South Canada as well, toward North Dakota, back to Wisconsin, Minnesota, and back over toward Idaho as well. As we continue to move on off to the forecast for your June the 3rd at 8 p.m. Still got scattered activity offshore. Also some over here in portions of the Mid-Atlantic region. Also back over to portions of the Great Lakes. Also back into the Midwest. And also over toward the Rocky Mountain areas over in the west. As you can see, we had some scattered activity move through. That low pressure system continued to lift on out to the northeast, and according to that, by next Monday, looks pretty dry across much of the area. But like I said, the European is a little bit different. The European a little bit closer, the GFS a little further, but I'm expecting that may shift back to the west, kind of get in line with the European. But that's your forecast for now. I will keep an update on that and see what happens. Alright, let's move on to the weather radar now across the nation. That was your 7-day forecast across the nation there. We're going to take a look at the weather radar across the nation now and see where the precipitation. Okay, it's slowly coming up. I think it's my computer's refreshing, so okay. Got some scattered activity down here around the Bahamas, living in Cuba. There's that's that little low pressure system that brought all the rain and stuff to the Carolinas over the weekend. It's located now currently up here in portions of North Carolina and also up in the Virginia, West Virginia area. Also we got scattered powers around y'all's areas as well. More scattered activity from portions of Wisconsin back to Minnesota, back in the portions of southern Canada, north to coast of California. Over here in central and south Alaska, got some scattered activity across Alaska and the Guam radar currently for your locations. As you can see, we got special weather statements for relative humidities, for possible anything for wildfires that is could escape quickly, for portions of Vermont, also in the portion of New York State, upper New York State that is. We got some flash flood advisories and warnings across the portion of Virginia and West Virginia. We still had that flash flood watch in effect for northwestern Mississippi. Air quality alert for Louisiana, also in the portion of Missouri and Illinois, and also in Indiana. We got some proportion of East Michigan, West Michigan, also over here central and southwestern Wisconsin, and southeastern and eastern portion of Minnesota. Also, we got some special weather statement for relative humidity for Wisconsin, also in the portions of Michigan as well. Also, some red flag warnings also in effect for northeast Minnesota. We got some river flood warnings still in effect for portions of North and South Dakota. Also in the we got some flood advisories over portions of Nebraska. Also over here in Colorado, some more river flood warning going on in Nevada, Utah, and also in the portion of Idaho, and also into portions of Nevada. We got some flash flood watching in effect for Northern California, all the way down into the mountain regions of California as well, and also in Nevada. Got some hydro issues there in portions of central California as well. Also, we got some special weather statements and flood advisories for portions of Alaska, and the Hawaii chain island looks a-okay. Alright, now we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for today. You can see on the map here, we got a general thunderstorm for portions of Washington, D.C., Maryland, all the way back to of West Virginia, down into Virginia, into North Carolina, also down here in southern Florida, around the Florida Keys. General thunderstorm through Texas, all the way to Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, back to Idaho, Oregon, also in northern California, northern Nevada, Utah, as well in northeastern portion of New Mexico and eastern Colorado. We have a marginal risk over southern portions of Texas, also a marginal risk of Colorado and the portion of Kansas, Nebraska, and also in the north and South Dakota, western Minnesota. We have a slight risk over portions of Nebraska and southern portions of South Dakota. If you're in the marginal risk, this includes Corpus Christi, Texas, Brownville, Texas, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota, and Sioux City, Iowa. Take a look at the tornado probability. We have 2% over here in portions of Nebraska and the portions of southern South Dakota, and if you and that only include North Platte, Nebraska, and surrounding areas. The wind probability 5% down in southern Texas, also over here in Nebraska through Colorado, back in the portions of North Dakota, also into Minnesota, South Dakota, and portions of Iowa and Nebraska. This includes the 5%. Includes Corpus Christi, Texas, Brownville, Texas, Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota, and Sioux City, Iowa. And the 15% include North Platte, Nebraska. And let's take a look at the hail probability for today. Still 5% down in Texas, 5% up here in ports of Colorado and Kansas, all the way up to Minnesota and North Dakota. 15% over Kansas and southern South Dakota. The 15% include North Platte, Nebraska. 5% include Corpus Christi, Texas, Brownville, Texas, Sioux Falls City, South Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota, and Sioux City, Iowa. All right, let's move on to your Tuesday outlook. from the Storm Prediction Center. See here, it's coming up. Okay, here we go. We got general thunderstorm from portion of Virginia through the Carolina down to Florida, Florida Panhandle, back to Texas, all the way back into Arkansas, Oklahoma, all the way up into North Dakota, back to Montana, back into Nevada, and also into California. We have a marginal risk over portion of Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma, eastern portion of Colorado. Also into and also northern Iowa as well. If you're in the marginal risk, this includes Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Bloomington, Minnesota, Plymouth, Minnesota, and Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, and surrounding areas. The tornado probability is less than 2% in all areas. Winds, 5%. This includes Grand Island, Nebraska, area, Nebraska. Also, this includes still Minneapolis, Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota, Bloomington, Minnesota, Plymouth, Minnesota, and Brooklyn Park, Minnesota for the large hail. All right, let's take a look at day 3 outlook. You can see we got general thunderstorm from the South Carolina, Wyoming, back into Nevada, California, Idaho, Montana, back to North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and around the Great Lakes, and around the Michigan area, Indiana, Kentucky, and portions of Tennessee. And the marginal risk, this includes Amarillo, Texas, Clovis, New Mexico, Garden City, Kansas, Plainview, Texas, and Liberal, Kansas. This is, like I say, for the Panhandle, Texas, eastern New Mexico, all the way into Colorado, Nebraska, and portions of Kansas. The probability is 5% in this area here, and this includes Amarillo, Texas, Clovis, New Mexico, Garden City, Kansas, Liberal, Kansas, and Pampa, Texas. Alrighty, and finally we're going to wrap this video up with the satellite imagery across the southeastern United States. As you can see, we got cloud cover pretty much across the southeast with a few breaks in the clouds. So expect partly sunny conditions across the area. Areas with a thicker cloud cover may have some drizzle and fog and some light rain showers. Some heavier rain showers further to the north across Virginia, Kentucky, also into West Virginia, and maybe even southern Pennsylvania as well today and tonight. Across Florida, may have a few scattered showers in your area, and more scattered activity offshore and as well, and maybe some scattered activity across Tennessee and Georgia as well. But mainly it should be pretty dry. That's why I only throw in a 20-30% chance across the Carolinas and Georgia. So that's that. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. It's a long one, so I hope everybody enjoyed it. Continue to stay safe and well. Consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and we will catch you back in the next one.